February 5th, 2018, and my name is Alejandro Zambrano, Chief Market Analyst with TradeCaptain.com. I'm going to provide you guys with a quick update on the markets as we usually do, Monday to Friday here at the live trading room. And we're going to take a look at things like the Eurodollar, Bitcoin, gold, crude oil, and the DAX 30. Also, want to welcome everybody that's watching, and a shout out to everybody here in the chat box. Good morning, Vasilios. Good morning, Juan. And of course, good morning everybody else that is watching this either via YouTube or here live on TradeCaptain.com. Before we start, as always, I need to mention that trading financial markets is unfortunately risky, and there's a general risk that we'll lose all of our invested money. Don't forget to read the risk disclosure statement on TradeCaptain.com. Okay, let's begin. So we're having a relatively good day for trading in some of the markets that we follow here on TradeCaptain.com. On Friday, we said that the price could bounce from these levels in the euro. We pretty much touched the entry with about half a pip, and then we bounced. So we're up a little bit here in this market with about 52 pip. And I think the market can continue to head a little bit higher, maybe to 125. But then from 125, I think it makes sense to actually start to book profits and start to reduce long positions here. Why? Well, because Friday's non-farm payrolls was very good. Wage growth in the United States of America increased with 2.9% year on year. And that could potentially cause people to now anticipate 4 rate hikes and not just 3 rate hikes from the US this year. So we see some damage already. I mean, the Aussie dollar is already bearish. If you joined us for the live webinar, you know we took a position there. Market decline with about 50 pip to our advantage. As well in gold, which we're going to cover in a minute or two, we got stopped out. So we're starting to see the dollar regain a bit, and it's on the back of these news. Now, it's not 100% certain this is going to work out to the dollar's benefit, but I do think it's time to see a little bit of the dollar gaining for a week or two, and then eventually from maybe lower levels looking to sell dollars again. So with that in mind, again, I think we can go up to 125 from our entry, and then I would wait for a break to 125.25. When we take out this level, I think that could easily tell me, okay, forget about the non-farm payrolls data for a while and just remain bullish. But until that happens, again, I think we can go up to 125, and then it's probably going to struggle to trade much higher. So to summarize, I'm bullish from the lows. We got the entry level. We're up a bit. Can go up to 125. I think traders are probably going to book profits there. Then they're going to wait for a break to 125.25. If that happens, the market could head to the upside. Here's the price of Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, you might remember on Friday we said look to sell up here around these levels. I said 9,150. All the way up to pretty much 9,800, and you can see that it worked out fine to our advantage. In fact, we've been bearish and we got stopped out here some time ago, and yeah, moved to our advantage. And I think now we could reduce the key level a bit, so the level we want to focus on, and I'm gonna flip to a 4-hour chart. So I'm gonna remain bearish, or the trend is bearish. Well, it's just not just me being bearish, but the trend is bearish below this high here, which is 9,600. Trading wise, I think we obviously touch support, so this is an opportunity to book profits, and I think we could potentially have some sort of a bounce. That bounce, I mean, it's just simple fib from the current high to the current low, and I think we can easily have a 50% correction. That takes us up to 8,500 and what is it? 8,594. Let me just sort something out here. Yes, 8,594, and then from these levels, I mean, if we look to the left, we pierce this low. We're challenging that low. We could easily just break this low and head to the downside. You know, the next support level is at 5,630 down here, and you know, down and on the way there, we have this little section here at 6,607, 6,000. The actual low is 6,300. The upper end here is 6,780. I think that's fair enough for us. And I'm just looking for a correction down to, or a decline to that level. And that's it, like that. So another 20% down following a bit of a correction. And what is interesting is, of course, is that we're creating these lower and lower highs. And if you're looking to buy, like I am, then we're just waiting for this downtrend to stop. So stop creating lower and lower highs. So for now, bearish below 9,600, very straightforward, and that's it. Crude oil, looking good here as well. So the market here, you might remember, went down and then all the way up. So when something goes all the way up to the highs, it's an indication of strength. Okay, so we want to be bullish. Now on Friday already we said that down here, maybe following a 61.8% correction, traders might look to buy. So people already bought here on Friday, and then it actually bounced to the upside again. And technically, if you look at this, I mean, this is not a bearish trend, it's a bullish trend. Obviously, again, it's a bit 50-50, maybe traders are gonna look at those data, or maybe I am blowing that data out of proportion. So for now, I'm gonna remain bullish, and as I said on Friday, and I'm gonna be bullish about 63.62. Why? Because this is the last low, we touched the buy zone, and I think eventually we're gonna go up to 66. And then a bit like the euro, I think you probably see some profit taken up here, and then traders are probably gonna wait for a break to the high here. The alternative is the following, and that should be equally exciting to trade, which is a break to the low here. It could take you down to this level down here, which is the next low, a low created here on January 19th, following a decline here, a low on January 5th. Here's the gold. Here we spent a lot of time, looking for this to bottom out, but it didn't actually work out. Then went up, took out my low here. It actually touched my key level, and technically here is the beginning potentially of a downtrend. I mean, we are creating lower and lower highs. See this high, which is lower than this one and lower than this one. So we're in a downtrend. I just took a simple fib from this high to this low. So the first fib is at 1,336, but I'm looking for a level between the 38.2% and 50% correction levels, and that will be 1,337. So that's the level I'm focusing on, and I think the market could turn bearish here and look to move to the downside. And I think we could potentially move all the way down here. And what is interesting as well, I mean, if you look at the daily, things were building up to be a very good year for gold, but we are struggling to take out this section here, right? You might remember this, I showed you this in the past. So if we take out 1,375, which is the high here from 2016, then yes, we could potentially rally with 30% to the upside. But now the fact that it's struggling to take out that high just puts this whole sort of sideways pattern back into focus. And if I'm right here, I think we could potentially move down to the middle of this range, if not all the way down to maybe 1,250. And we just back in this boring range and dominated over the last few years. This is the DAX 30. Now, if you didn't check out the S&P 500, it declined not massively, but it declined and gave back about 61.8% of its gains of this year from the low. That will be, market was up with almost 8%, then it's moved down with about 5% from the high. So up with 8, and then from the high down with 5. So it gave back most of its, half of its gain, if not more, 61.8 to be exact. And that obviously influenced the DAX, all right? It influences the DAX in a bad way, and the market traded below this low. Now, if you've been trading this and following my updates here for this year, you know it's been very complicated to trade. It breaks to the upside and everybody gets excited, like let's go long, or I was at least. And then it goes down and you get yourself stopped out, and then I don't remember actually being bearish here, but it took out the low and technically this could have also been viewed as a sell signal, but it went all the way to the other side, and then it went down, and then it went up. So it's doing this kind of funny, extremely hard to trade pattern where things just I think somebody called it the megaphone pattern, and it's just a pattern where you continue to see these false breakouts, but then we just go back into the middle. So maybe this is it again. Maybe it's similar sort of situation where the market just kind of caused a lot of people to go short and a lot of people get stopped out, but then eventually maybe it's going to trade into the middle. So what's the plan of action here? Well, because of these conditions, I don't really want to trade this. There's better things to trade. I mean, we're clearly in a downtrend in Bitcoin, and we're clearly in an uptrend in the euro dollar, and the crude oil as well is in a nice uptrend. On gold here, potentially turn lower as well. So let's skip. We're watching the DAX right now, but I'm not gonna trade it just because of the situation it's in and the difficulties it is to trade when you see something like this. Okay, I think we just covered all of the main markets. Guys, if you didn't notice, and sorry for not telling you, but we have a new app. We have a new mobile app. So it was launched a week ago. You can download it for Android and on iPhone, of course. Now the reason why we've been working on updates for it. So it's a project I've been leading, same way as this website, and we do have some small errors in it that we want to improve. Obviously, you can always improve things, same way as you can improve on TradeCaptain.com. So we're working on that. It's small stuff, but you can actually download already right now. So check it out. It's a cool app. Makes you read more. I read much more now when having that installed. So check it out. Just search for Trade Captain on the Apple Store. See if I can find it. And you can have it. It's free. So you need to write it together. I mean, it needs to be like that. Trade Captain by Amana Capital. Looks like this. That's just one screenshot. That's the menu. Here is the way it looks like. You read the news like that. Got a little menu. You can even trade if you with MT4 within it. You can check out the webinars, educational videos as well. If you have access to the premium content, you have access to it here as well. Not all of it, but some of it. And you get the calendar. And this is just a section where we want to improve. Actually, we realized we put a filter up here, but not everybody understands. Not even I understood that this was actually the filter button. So it's things like that we want to sort out. And yeah, check it out. We have even the charts here. You got the trading platform and other stuff that you would actually find on the website as well. So check it out. This is just a website I found. So on your mobile in the App Store, search for Trade Captain. It needs to be together like that, and should be the same on Android. Okay. Alright guys, so we're gonna finish. So we got a question here from Hi, and if we can take a look at the dollar CAD. So what we're gonna do here in this webinar is that this is obviously provide you guys with an overall view of the markets, but it's as we say here, right? We try to just answer questions in markets related to what we cover here. So we try to avoid looking at other markets, but we can look at the dollar CAD today. But what we're gonna do going forward is that we have these premium section here in Amana Capital and Trade Captain. So anybody that is an Amana Capital client can join here. You don't have to have like thousands of dollars with Amana Capital. As long as you have a real account, you know, trade once in a while, then it's all fine. Because as you probably know, every time you trade, the broker makes a bit of money on the spread, right? So that's the way we actually pay for all this infrastructure and everything we have here. So it's really important, if you like the stuff, that you support us by opening up an account with Amana Capital, and you know, you can trade once in a while, and that's why we can keep all of this running. So what we're doing right now and what management wants to do is that answering questions about other markets and things like that. We try to do that for the clients, and then we do these events, of course, and we do a ton of good events and free events that are free. So that's why we actually updated the text here. So we try just to answer questions that we of the markets we cover. But today we're gonna take a look at the CAD. So let's take a look at the CAD. So here's the CAD, and the CAD, this is the daily chart. So the market is bearish below 125.91, and then you have another high here at 125.16, and we had quite a strong gain in the price here. And I am personally not sure if it's just one of these corrective moves or if it's trying to bottom out. If it is trying to bottom out, then it's probably going to go down again, and then when we take out this high here, I'll turn bullish. But for now, I'm actually neutral here. I was bearish, but the market pushed above my key level, got stopped out on that last week. I've been bearish from up here actually, 125, 126.50. So it's down here on the daily. It looks bearish to me, but I'm not actually sure if it is. So I'm gonna let it go up, and then if it goes all the way down to the bottom, then maybe I'll short again on a corrective move here. The alternative is just to sell on a break to the downside. Okay, guys. Yes. So I got a question here. So for the app, you don't have to have a premium account. You don't have to have a premium membership. But for the webinars, yes, you need to have an account. So the way it works is like this. Let me show you. So we have 3 different levels here on Trade Captain. The first one is very straightforward. If you watch our webinars, so our educational webinars, then you just register, right? A name, an email, and a password. That means you can watch all our webinars, and you can, for example, the live trading event we did on Friday last week. So that's the first level. The second level is that if you download a demo with the same email that you became a member with, then you have access to our premium education videos and our quarterly outlooks. I do actually strongly suggest that you check out the educational videos, because there's a lot of good content there, which I personally think should be in the real account level. So there's about 5 videos there right now. It's about Bitcoin, scalping strategy, trading psychology, and things like that. This is when you download a demo. Now, if you have a real account, you have access to all of this, plus what we call chat with our strategists, which is those client-only sessions. So you can come there, and you're trading a market and you want to have my point of view, then you can just ask me, and I'll share whatever you ask. I'll tell you what I think. Obviously, no buy and sell recommendations, but if I think that the price of Bitcoin is going to go down, I'll tell you that. And if I think all the stop loss orders are probably up here and all the profit target orders are going to be down there, then I'll tell you that as well. So again, if you have a real account with Amana Capital, they offer MT4, MT5. Then if you register with the same email that you open your account, you register here, you have access to that. And the email thing is the important thing, because the system is built so it understands that it's going to check your emails. It's going to say, okay, this person has a demo, or this person or this email has a real account as well, and then that's how it opens up. And it's all free. The only thing you need is a real account with Amana Capital, because then every time you trade, if you trade a 10k lot, the spread is usually 0.4, 0.5, I think it is. So that's a half a dollar, so 50 cents every time you trade. Amana gets paid, and that is how we can get all these developers to work for us, and all the guys here, Vivek and Devarati, that write for us here as well on tradecaptain.com. So check it out. Okay, I think we're gonna finish. I'll be back here same time tomorrow at 9 a.m. London time. If you are on YouTube, then don't forget to like the button, like the Trade Captain account, and there's a little bell. Let me show you that little bell, and this little bell is down here. So you're gonna get a notification each time we go live, and each time we upload a new video. So you click on subscribe and that little bell. That's how you get those updates. And that's it. Guys, have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at the same time. Thanks.